Today I'm going to show you how to build custom turkey mouthcalls using the original ViperPress turkey mouthcall jig. Custom mouthcalls can cost upwards of $15 each, but using this jig you can make custom, fit for yourself mouthcalls for just over $1 each. If you would like to purchase the jig shown in the video, click on the link in the description below. Before we start building our mouthcall, we'll want to plan out what we are going to build. If you are a beginner, you likely won't know where to start. Because of this, I built a website packed with resources to help you get started. On the website, there's a page called The Caller's Cookbook, which showcases mouthcall recipes submitted by ViperPress users. This is a great starting point on where to begin. You may also be unaware of where to purchase mouthcall supplies. Also on my website are links to a few suppliers which I've purchased materials from in the past and recommend. If you are in need of inspiration on creating new mouthcall cuts, there is also a page which showcases different cuts used by various call companies. The tools that I'll be using to make mouthcalls include a scratch awl, microtip scissors, and a pair of pliers. You can purchase these tools from my website or use similar tools that you already own. The mouthcall I will be making today is my own favorite recipe I call the Red Venom. The parameters of this call are shown here, as well as within the Caller's Cookbook. This is a very easy call to make, and many gobblers have met their fate to the sounds of this call. We will begin by laying out our latex stack. The top reed on this call is a 0.004 inch thick red latex, which will lay on the bottom. When building the call using the ViperPress jig, we actually build the call upside down until it is removed from the jig. We can then lay our 0.004 inch thick transparent latex on top and use our awl to move it around. The distance between the front edge of the two reeds should be about a 1/16 of an inch. Once we have them in place, I will tap my awl along the two edges to adhere them together. Some call makers like to pull and snap their latex before they stack it on their latex stack. I've found this has little to no impact on the calls that I make, so I'd prefer not to do it. With our bridge in place and our dial indicator set at 0, I'll place my latex stack below the clamp pads with the red latex face down and the red edge facing myself. I'll then engage the toggle clamps. The Red Venom will be stretched with a side tension of 1/4 inch. Each revolution of the dial indicator is 0.05 inches. So 2 revolutions would be 0.1, 3 would be 0.15, 4 would be 0.2, and 5 would be 0.25, which is equal to 1/4 inch. Once stretched, I will remove the bridge. We'll then want to pre-bend our aluminum frame. On the jig, there are 2 elongated slots. These are for bending your frame to an exact 20-degree angle, which I find to work very well. If you don't like using the bending slots, you can always bend the frame over a sharp edge, such as a countertop edge. These slots are designed to work with adult frames. Youth frames should fit, but wide frames likely won't fit. To use the bending slot, I will put the frame into the slot with the tab facing up and the tape facing away from the jig. I can then bend the frame down until it makes contact with the face of the jig and then remove it. The tape can then be pulled off of the aluminum frame. Since we're building the call upside down, the frame should be pushed over the latex with the tab below the call, so that when we bend it, it'll end up on the underside of the call. Using my left hand, I'll position the frame. Using my right, I'll clamp the right side of the frame. Once I get that done, I'll position the left side and depress the aluminum there as well. Before we clamp the back of the frame, we will want to give the latex what is called back tension. Back tension prevents the reeds from having waves and keeps them taut. While holding the jig in position, I'm going to grab the reeds with my offhand and pull them back, then clamp the frame with my pliers. If I just grab the reeds and pull straight back, they might not pull the same distance due to the varying positions or reed thickness. To account for this, I'm going to roll the latex between my fingers while pulling until they're equally tensioned. For this call, I'm going to pull back until there's a slight arc or smile along the front edge. Also, these pliers have a wire cutting feature behind the jaws. So that I don't accidentally cut the latex, I'm going to clamp from behind rather than across the reeds. I'm then going to crimp any more areas of the frame which haven't been clamped yet. Next, I can remove the call from the jig and push my jig to the side. While clamping the frame, it is common that the frame becomes twisted. If it is twisted, I'll just manipulate it with my hands until it is flat. I'll now want to deal with the tab. The technique that I like to use to fold the tab under is to hold the call with both hands with the tab on the underside. I will then apply downward pressure while rolling the call end over end to fold the tab. Once the tab is partially bent, I can finish the job with the help of my pliers. Next, we'll cut off the excess latex. The best way to go about this is to hold the call with my thumb, pinky, and ring finger. Using my middle and pointer finger, I'll pull the latex away from the call and trim the excess while working my way around. We can next either apply the tape or make our cut in the latex. I like to cut the latex first, so if I mess up, I don't waste a piece of tape. If you have trouble holding the frame of the call, you can always apply the tape first for a larger surface area to hold on to. The Red Venom call uses what is called a ghost cut. It has two straight angled cuts that flare outward and a rounded top cut that connects the straight cuts. My first cuts will be the straight cuts. I only want to cut them in the top reed. To do this, I'll slip my scissors in between layer and then I can position them for the cut. I'll make the cut on the one side and then do the same on the other. to make the curve cut. I don't turn my scissors to make an arc. Instead, I can pull the latex with my offhand and make the cut. Then the latex will return to its original position, which will leave an arc. I want to make the cut in a quick but controlled motion. If I slowly cut the latex while under tension, it will begin to stretch back, likely leaving me with a jagged edge. After the cuts are made, I can apply the tape. I'll remove the paper back to expose the adhesive side. With my mouth caul laying flat on the table, I can overlay the tape and take my time to position it over the frame and then press down when I'm happy with this location. I can then flip the caul over, stick my finger through the hole to hold the caul in place, and fold over the tape. I can then press down on the rest of the tape, starting around the frame and pressing outward so it doesn't create any waves within the tape. It's important to fully seal off any holes to prevent pockets where bacteria could form. The final step is to cut the tape to size. You can do this many different ways. You can either use a tape cutting jig, freehand it, or use a tape cutout template that comes with the ViperPress jig. The A on the template stands for adult frame, so it will not work with youth or wide frames. All I have to do is drop in my mouth caul, close the template, and follow the edge with my scissors. The guiding edge on the template is tapered so it does not become marred with the scissors. Because of this, we need to keep our scissors at a 90-degree angle to the template or it could create an uneven cut. I want to follow the template in a smooth motion and not short choppy cuts. Once cut, I can remove the caul and my custom mouth caul is complete. After your caul is completed and you have tested it, I find it very helpful to record the results, whether it was a success or a failure. On my website, I've included a downloadable mouth caul performance log so that you could easily keep track of every caul that you make. If you create a new caul recipe that you would like to share with other caul makers, please send me an email and include a picture of your mouth caul log as well as a sound file, which could be recorded on a phone or a computer. This is a community project with the goal of helping new caul makers find success along their journey and helping experienced makers to find inspiration. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.